Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense as they get their first shot. They'll be quarterbacked, of course, by a 2-time Super Bowl champion in his 18th NFL season. It's Ben Roethlisberger.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Roethlisberger. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. He was trying to go back to more there, and now it's 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as they'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Hardman on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing. And oh, his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Showed some solid running, strong running, and then he's corralled just beyond the 10. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. And they've watched the tape all week. They've seen it. But what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages, blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 42 yards on the ground for him so far. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Gets past one man, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it with Henry. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll give Henry another shot. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Marquise Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here comes Nelson. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Allen's first catch, good for a first down. Johnson. A beautiful fake. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. His throw incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Now Roethlisberger. It's brought in by Harris. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Blankenship's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October, because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for them.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Kaepernick now to throw. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Henry running right. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now left side on the swing pass. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll go screen here to Hunt. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Kaepernick to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. To throw, Kaepernick. And he fires one that's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. So we have reached half due to time constraints. We move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Here comes Nelson. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. The first down carry here for Johnson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball turned a little bit more here in the second half.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 40. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They go play action with Roethlisberger. Completes it to Aguilar. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. They'll run on first down. Johnson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now it's Roethlisberger. And this one complete to Smith. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Now big hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know he stays what we call clean and no one gets to him. The guy playing the middle linebacker position, the guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Elijah Moore, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Complete. Smith has it. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. Touchdown! David Johnson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington has made this a 1-score game. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So here are the Saints to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 83 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
It's a good pickup on the ground of 7 yards, and time has run out on this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Now Kaepernick. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Kaepernick. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's Kaepernick to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Lutt's good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And the Washington offense heading out, and they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick 6. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
Defense.
So a potential big play by this defense wiped out by the face mask.
And disappointing because it was so unnecessary. They had the sack. But the officials are definitely keeping a close eye on the quarterback, especially the referee. They were able to spot that one immediately.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. That catch good for only a couple. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help him a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's There's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. It's caught by Aguilar. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to go up top for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to go back to Moore there. That'll bring up second down. To throw again is Roethlisberger. He's got Smith here. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's brought down. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. David Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. The 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They start with pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover. 2
scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. So they've got the lead, and certainly a big reason why some of these catches we take a look at right now.
And I've seen it so many times that when units start to play really well, they feed off of each other and play even better. And they're making every catch possible. Contested, non-contested, easy, difficult, big-time plays. And right now, that's why their team's in the lead.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Henry. And down to the 36-yard line here. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Kaepernick to throw. Got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll keep it on the ground. Henry. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Marquez Callaway.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Saints add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger heading back out there. And after the slow start, the numbers show he has really straightened things out. How often sometimes is that you come into a game and the defense is game planned a little differently than you expected?
More often than maybe people realize, so adjustments are often a big part of each and every game, and it's not just getting to halftime. It's series to series to make it work, and being able to hang in there when there's a little adversity early and see them able to flip it around, it's kind of gratifying for a team to watch, especially for a coach.
Looking to throw again on second down. Roethlisberger
gets this to Moore.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Oh, Kaepernick's going to throw it.
On the slant, he's got Hardman.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. 25 yards that time. Throwing now is Kaepernick. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
He's going to let it fly.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though.